I'm here at ChargeWell.app, and this is where I'm about to build out the back ends of my business today. So I actually got this tool working from the front end in Lovable. It's supercharged by an agent in N8N. I'll be showing all of that. And now I need to bundle that all together because that alone does not sell itself. We actually have to have our CRM and be able to nurture our audience, grow our list, like make this thing worth it. So down here I said, when a user enters their email, automatically execute a webhook that includes all of their results, so the entire contents of the responsive webhook node and the email address they put in, send in the payload. And when they enter their email, automatically execute a webhook via edge function. I think that's what it is. I just built this new vibe code kitchen. So this is the primary recipe right now is like how to actually do this task. So luckily I have myself to reference from, and I'm going to go through all of these steps. Test your webhook connections to get data. Prompt Lovable to fire your webhook. I think I included the prompt in here. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I did. Obviously it's not showing up. Oh, hold on, I got stuck. So, well, that's just a note that I need to make on that app. But I'm pretty sure I had added the via edge function because that becomes a problem. So the thing I'm actually gonna do, oh, and I just realized you can't even see me. Nobody told me I'm not in Loom style. All right, so there I am. I just also wanted to see the buffering because yesterday when I did my live stream, it was really bad, but I'm about to open up my agency and there's gonna be some personal information. Sub accounts in my HighLevel. All right, so I have a white label agency called SoulStack, and I'm just gonna do a blank snapshot because I'm actually gonna be building this snapshot from scratch, and I'm gonna add this manually. And you don't need my permissions. Okay, so this is gonna be called ChargeWell, and it's gonna be Kayla. What's ChargeWell? AIHomegirl.com. ChargeWell.app. I could put in, I don't need to put in a number right now. I don't have a number. And then it's just 1, 2, 3. Yeah. United States. Come on, give it to me, baby. And 999. None of that stuff really matters. The time zone, I used to, I swear, it used to tell you, or like automatically detect the time zone. All right, so I did my ChargeWell app. Now I'm gonna go into the sub account, and this is where I'm going to start building so that I can keep all of these leads just clean. This is a new business, a separate business. I might want to get partners or investors or decentralize it and have multiple people working on it, or a VA. So I just want this to be under its own brand new sub account. And then I'm gonna start off with automations. And then I'm going to go, got it, to create workflow. And I'm going to start from scratch. Okay. And yes, let's go ahead and enable autosave. Cool. Webhook, an inbound webhook. So I'm going to click that and you'll see that it automatically gives me this link. So now I'm going to go back to my Lovable project where I've already put in my prompt that I want to execute a webhook via edge function and what I want that webhook to include. So basically all of the data that I want to send via that webhook. So I'm going to send it from Lovable and it's going to send into HighLevel. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and click that there. You know what? I'm lying. Before I do that, I want to put this in chat mode. And send in the payload. Please give an example of the payload you will send. All right, I'm gonna do that in chat mode, which costs a base of 1 credit, but that 1 credit is worth it to me because it will allow me to, 1, confirm that all the data I want to be sent is accessible and will be formatted and sent via the webhook. And then 2, it will help me figure out what custom values that I want to create in my new business account. Or rather, actually, these are going to be custom fields because they're going to be tied to the contact. All right, so here's the example. Webhook payload, location, offer stack, best value, comparable projects, what's included. Okay. Out of position. So I want to make sure that all of the information I have is going to, that it's accounted for. So like, why this price? You are severely estimating. Position this as a strategic investment in automation. Charge this. Absolute minimum. So as you can see here, this is not matching up. With what I have here. This is why we do it in chat mode. This is why it was worth it to me. Because it looks like there's 2 different processes going on, which one is going to drain my credits, and then 2, it's going to confuse things as I scale this out, because it might actually call the wrong endpoint or like data point. So what I need to do is let it know. I notice that the payload is providing different results than what is shown on the reports for this particular run. Can you explain this discrepancy and ensure that the report being delivered to the user on the results page is the same information that will be sent via the webhook? Okay, I noticed that. All right, I'm gonna do this again in chat mode because, oh my goodness, my camera just turned off again. I'm so irritated with this. Why do you do this to me, Osmo Pocket? Why? It's really killing me. And it's like I have to keep on. Let me see, is it charging? Okay, it's still alone. All right, I noticed that the payload. Now you can't even hear me. I just have to stick. I don't know. This Osmo Pocket is just not working. It's not working for live streaming, at least. I'm so irritated. I need to get a different. I need to get something different. But okay, here I go. Okay, cool. So the problem, the webhook implementation I proposed earlier used a hard-coded, oh, that's why, rather than extracting the actual data. The sample I gave showed generic placeholder, but what should be sent is the object, okay, that generates the content like. Ensures why this price, create a function, forwards the your webhook URL. Did I give you that already? I don't recall. I need to go check the URL. Webhook trigger E37. I'm gonna close this project down for now because it's getting me confused. Oh. Oh, I did. That's interesting. So it actually intook this information even though the message was canceled and it didn't cost me any credits. That's interesting. Okay. This ensures the webhook receives identical data, including the full and all three yeah. Let's implement that plan because I need all of that data. All right. But we're not all here for just fun and games, which it really has not even been fun and games so far. I want to also show you how you can turn your HighLevel sub account basically into like a Lovable MCP front end. All right, so that you would be able to have it full control. Now, because I'm kind of like leaving this ChargeWell app alone. I'm going to build a separate Lovable project with my 14 credits. I'm gonna have to upgrade. All right, I want to build a separate Lovable project that's going to basically be like an MCP for my new ChargeWell project. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this, and this is just something that I'm gonna do while this is building, and it'll make sense in a second, I hope. Let me find, I'm gonna go to my camera only so that I can find a document that I'm looking for. Oh, looks like I have somebody joining. What's going on? Whoever that is, hello. What are you doing here? All right, let me see. I'm searching for a specific prompt because I'm about to do something crazy. All right. I'm turning a Lovable front end into basically an MCP for HighLevel so that people can control their HighLevel accounts with conversational language. And I don't know if that made sense to the person that's here or not, but hopefully it did. Now I'm like, okay, where did I put that freaking prompt? What's the best way to go about this right now? I'm gonna be building, maybe I will just go, it's gonna be only for the ChargeWell account. So I was thinking about saying something like, build a front end dashboard. You know, let me just go tease this idea with the Lovable GPTs. So I'm gonna go to Lovable-GPTs.Lovable app and then go to Lovable base prompt. And I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, I want to build a front-end dashboard and control center for a specific HighLevel account so that the HighLevel account owner would be able to control their HighLevel account through conversational language. Let's see. Love this direction. The feeling of the I want it to be technical and precise, but also calming, very simple, very easy to use, very intuitive, period. Okay, it looks like Lazar has got that Lovable cloud, because some of these are a little outdated to when Lovable was still using Supabase. Okay, I want to build a front-end control dashboard that helps HighLevel account owners manage and operate their account using natural conversational language. That is true. System response with precise confirmations. Yes, yes. take a screenshot. I want the branding to match the official HighLevel site, which I'm attaching a screenshot of. So take note to the colors, the professionalism, the cleanliness, and ours will be quite simpler. And the first use case that I want to create the site for is for it to automatically create custom fields and custom values. So I could upload a screenshot, for example, of a form that I want to recreate in HighLevel, or that I want to basically send form data to HighLevel, but it'll need to create a bunch of custom fields. And I want it to automatically identify what those fields are, what the field type is, and create those custom fields in my HighLevel account. You wanna be like me? Know all there is to know, get deep, deep, deep into my psyche. Yeah. I see you steady trying to figure out what motivation, what drives me. Crack my code, trying to know all the forces that guide me, so you can override me now. All right, so let me explain what we're doing right here. It's telling me, hey, I was using some hard-coded mock data, but don't worry, because when it's time to send that data over, I'm gonna make sure that it maps out correctly. It's gonna be a great experience for you. It's gonna be a great experience for the user. You got bada bing, okay? That's what it's telling me. I'm saying, okay, AI, okay, Lovable, bet. Word is bond. I'm gonna trust you on that. But I have to do my part as the HighLevel agency owner and make sure that there's a home for all that data that's coming into me. And that's what we call a custom field. Custom fields are data points that are specifically tied to a contact, unlike custom values, which are tied to the account itself. So if I have a client coming to me, I want to have a record of the specific data points I have on them. In this case, I'm generating a price quote. I'm generating an offer stack, a pricing strategy, how to present it, what to watch out for, confidence boost, market research. So that means I need to have a custom field that's going to be a container for all of those pieces of information. So then I could map it, I can send it, I could have record of it, not just in my Lovable front end, but in my HighLevel back end. So that's what's happening right now, y'all. Okay, cool. So I just don't want to make all those custom fields by myself. This just seemed like a lot of work, and I know it probably seems like a lot of work to do what I'm about to do here, but once I do it one time, it's like it's reusable. It's a reusable component, so to speak, kind of like vibecodecomponents.com. Shout out to vibecodecomponents.com. But what it's really about is creating a process that you can tap into over and over to save yourself time in the long run and be able to sell it to somebody else or use it as a lead magnet. Okay, so the branding analysis, okay, it's giving me that. Emotional thesis, you're not uploading screenshots, the job to be done, the mission statement. So this is where my prompt starts now. Okay. Here we go. Lovable app prompt. Front end dashboard. Okay. Control console. I kind of like that. You know, I'm a rapper, so I like to rhyme. Minimal high-level aligned layout. One primary conversational input. Secondary panels. Yeah, no dashboards for the sake of it. Create fields. Send this data high level. Rename the phone field to mobile. Quiet, professional, and exact. Okay. I'm gonna go put this into Lovable, but there's a few things I want to potentially edit first, which might be the flow, the label. Create fields from this form, send this data, create custom field, or it should know, create fields from this form, send this data to HighLevel, rename the profile field to mobile, the phone field to mobile. That's not really the type of command. It would be more so like pull up this it'd be like add a tag to this contact record. Okay. And I'm just gonna build it. I'm just gonna build it and see if that was even a good prompt. And hopefully what it's gonna identify is that in order to pull this off, the proper authentication needed is gonna be an API key and the location ID. Okay. Design inspiration versus clean technical aesthetic. HighLevel's truest blue palette. Oh, hello. Hello. It looks like I have a visitor. Welcome. I'm Kayla Love, the AI homegirl, and I'm gonna make $100 million vibe coding myself to financial freedom. You know, this guy, he thought I was a bot. That's insulting. He'd be like, come see it. It's as real as it gets over on my on my YouTube channel. All right, I'm just generating this front end in Lovable. I want to connect it to a brand new HighLevel sub account that I have so that I can automatically kind of use it as like an MCP front end and control a bunch of stuff in that account, like making custom values or tags just through conversation. So that's what I want to do. And good morning. That's all I get from you. I'm through here. Let me get back to the cloud. Put on some music. It's 10:47. It's Christmas Eve right now, which is pretty exciting, I guess. I'm excited because I'm vibe coding. I'm gonna put on some music. And in a second here, I'm gonna show you why this is so damn valuable and why this is my secret sauce. My secret sauce. Because it's gonna expedite everything. I know it seems like I'm a little unhinged and I'm crazy, but look, I've been seeing people doing these live streams like, oh, we're vibe coding like this, like tap in and come see, or we're trying to figure it out. So I seen some guys today, and not only did I know what Firecrawl was and was able to tell them real quick, but also just telling them what the baseline marketing strategy should be over email. I really wish my other camera works because you can't even see my hair. You can't even see my hair. Let me see. Can we get it together yet? Osmo. It says I'm low on disk space. How dare you? Well, you know, it's not that bad. Okay. Muted, trust blue, clean white, light gray. All right, in the meantime, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna create a new API key, private integration. So I'm gonna go down to private integrations in my settings, and I'm gonna go to create new integration, and it's going to be for ChargeWell Lovable. And I'm gonna go crazy and select all of the scopes because this is for an internal project only. Never do this if you're creating an API key for a client or something that needs very little scope. And you just saw my API key, so I'm canceling that one. That don't exist. So if you just seen it, you seen the process. You didn't see the key, okay? That one, delete. Done. It won't work. Okay, so that's what you have to do if you ever accidentally expose your API keys like I just did. But at least I know. All right, so you saw the process. Now I'm gonna go in and do it for real. So where you can't actually see me. ChargeWell, Lovable. And I'm gonna select all my scopes. And I'm gonna hold on to that for dear life. Let's see what Lovable is talking about. It's still building, it's still getting ready. It says like it's loading live preview. So I'm gonna just try and refresh the page, which it's not doing. Cause I'm like, are you really? Yeah. Nobody else. I don't know what's going on here. Whatever. I've been really trying. Okay. Muted. Okay, so connect to the HighLevel's API. Yes. So I want to connect to my Lovable cloud. I'm gonna enable so that I can add my API keys in here. Or if I was storing, then I'd have to have it configured for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and allow. You know, yesterday there was this guy, Troy, and I don't even know. He said that he just found my live stream by like scrolling on YouTube before or after he got off of work. He was somewhere else. I don't know, in India maybe, because he said that lovable means lovable. Kayla means banana in his language. Okay. Anyways, he was locked in with me for a minute. My whole stream basically. Okay, now you can add, analyze screenshots, manage contacts, field builder, activity log. I mean, this is okay. It's like really not my favorite, but it can work. Okay, I want to add my HighLevel account, location ID and API key with so I can automate creating custom fields. I might build this out, but I need a better prompt because I really don't like the way this console looks. Maybe it's just, yeah, not giving the feeling. I want something that's simpler. All right, here, this is where now I will put in my like key and my location ID. So don't look, don't be trying to see my like my API keys. You're being really bad. Okay. Okay, so no, I'm putting this in on like a project level. So that means that anybody could come in. Like I don't want people to be able to make a new account on here. This is a private app. Okay, it's a private app. So it says my high level credentials are securely scored. Okay, I want to create a new custom field for, and what was the name of the price that we want? For come on. Create a new custom field for service type. It's like, did it work? Don't, hold on, let me see if it's gonna. What's going on? Whoever just popped in. I'm trying to figure out a situation here. That did not work. So I'm gonna be like, create a new custom field for service type. Okay, so the command received and it's ready to proceed. It will be connected to HighLevel once backend integration is enabled. What do you mean by that? Settings. Okay, manage my API credentials and my connection. It should already be. I'm trying to remember how I did this before. It was from a project though. It wasn't like a control dashboard. Okay, well, configure. Let me just do one more. Create custom fields for service type. I'm gonna give it. What do I need to do to ensure that the backend is enabled? I already added my location ID and API key to this Lovable project. So the thing is, every time I do this, when I come back, I'm gonna do it so much faster. So all of what I'm doing and building here is cumulative. Like, it's just part of the process. That's why I'm just getting on here and showing realistically how long it takes for things to generate. I've been on this stream for 34 minutes now. And I'll probably be on for like another hour. And then my goal for at the end of the stream, I defined it here on YouTube, is that I'll have set up the back end on my HighLevel account so I can start making money. I can start getting customers. I can start sending out automated email blasts. And then 2, that's the main thing. Let me just stick to 1. All right, because 1 already includes like a lot of steps. So again, staying within the scope. So my back end is enabled. I get it, Lovable. All right, cloud is active and my secrets are stored. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The message is just a placeholder because I haven't built the actual, see, stop playing with me. I haven't built the actual HighLevel integration yet. Like, what are you doing? Yes, I need all of them edges. Get my edges together. All my edge functions together. Connecting to HighLevel's API, and then I'll update the field builder to call it the real HighLevel API. It's like when somebody take your screen name, the real. All right, do your thing, Lovable. Okay, I need a new song. Oh, a new message. Interesting bio. What have you felt built thus far? It's like, what have I brought to the table? I don't know. What have you built thus far? Like, hella shit. What am I supposed to answer to that? I can't deal right now. Where is their location? Okay. Create custom field for service type. Custom field created. Stop playing with me. So I'm about to go in and see if it really created my custom field. There it is. Service type. It created the custom field for me just by... yes, that's so cool. It created this service type custom. All right, so I actually want to create a folder called ChargeWell fields. Or no, it's gonna be for quote results fields. And I want to I'm going to move it to results. This is me trying to keep my stuff. All right, I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to start a new chat. I'm going to paste in all of this information and be like, come up with a comprehensive list of high-level fields to capture all of the information that is being sent in this payload. Email pricing. This drop down. The service type. Range price. What are you selling? Input from user. Product or service. What are you selling? That would be long form text. And then how long will this take? Create the same inputs based off of the screenshots for experience level. Plus field type for experience level. Also include client type. Also add small business, agency, enterprise, creator, nonprofit. Make sure all fields to include all options. There we go. I want to have the location pull up more. Oh, that's like too much. Okay. Location would be, they might put city, they might put country. So before I try to like fit them in a box, I'm just gonna make this like a short text field. All right, so I need to create 2 buckets of custom fields in HighLevel. One of them has to be to capture the initial data, and then the other one has to be, but the problem is I'm not getting their email yet at that point. So they're just gonna be anonymous. Fuck. Okay. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna just ask the second payload to send all of this information with the first payload and then map it once I get their email. So it's whatever. Estimated project. Let's see if I can create a new folder via my new Lovable control center. Let's test it out. Where did it go? Here's my create a new custom fields folder called pricing question project details. Command received successfully. Oh my goodness, this is just so cool. Let's go see the let's see, it should be here. Let me refresh. It's not there. I don't see it. How dare you? Hold on. I wonder there has to be an API point. Okay. Oh, wait. It says it created a custom field called project details. Hold on. So it did do something. Hold on. For project detail. Let's just search details. It created it, but it didn't put it in the folder. So I want to say create a new custom fields folder. Create a new custom fields folder. Okay, and it takes me to the field editor. I just want to make sure that I could replicate the issue. So upload a form screenshot. That's interesting. So I might have to create the folder. I have to check the API documentation to see if there's an endpoint for creating a folder. So this would be project details. And then I'd be like, add new custom field. Add new custom field for project details inside the project. What did I just call it? Project details folder. Folder. Successfully created. Come on. Let's refresh the page and see if it said in your HighLevel account, but it didn't say that it's putting it in the folder. It's not putting it in the folder. It's putting it in additional info. Let me check the HighLevel documentation. HighLevel API. No, hold on, I don't want that result. Give me just the HighLevel API docs. Here we go. Get started with API. Custom fields. See? Get custom field folder by ID. Update custom field by ID. Delete. Object key. Create custom field folder. So it should have been able to do that. And then update. Put. Create custom field and create custom field folder. But can I, via API, add a custom field to a folder? I mean, there has to, yeah, that's the thing. Get custom field folder by ID. So if I get the folder and I create a custom field, it should give me a parameter. Accepted formats, fold key, parent ID. See, there it is, parent ID of the parent folder. So I should be able to say that in my Lovable account. I asked to create a custom field inside a specific folder, and it just updated into the default folder. I would like to update the documentation so that it has the ability to both make a custom field folder as well as a new custom field nested inside that folder. Like, check documentation, check the receipts. And I'm gonna do this in chat mode. Explain your plan, because I want to see, this is also how I learn, is just like, explain your reasoning, show me what you're thinking, so then I can start to think that way on a technical level. But I mean, I've built this all just like literally on the stream. It's been 50 minutes. And so I built a whole console where I can control a HighLevel account with just a text field here. So it can create custom fields, it could pull up contacts, pretty much anything that can be done via API, but now I'm just like polishing it up. So it's searching for the HighLevel API documentation, creating custom field folders. That's lit. And if you're here, say hi. Don't be shy. I'm like committing to live streaming every day. I'm just being ridiculous. All right, so I'm trying to have it create these custom fields for this new app that I'm launching. It's called ChargeWell, and it helps create proposals for people, like figuring out what they should charge. So I get a lot of different projects, and sometimes it can be hard to like explain everything that I'm doing and everything that it takes. So I can just go calculate and say something like, hey, I'm creating a pricing calculator to help high level agency owners get a sense for what they can charge for building out landing pages and automations. And then I can continue to the calculator. It's going to automatically parse out what I'm selling. So landing page and automations, how long it'll take, my experience level, what type of client, small biz, what should I charge? And then I can put in where I'm at. So it'll actually calculate market rates. And then it's helping you charge well. It's going to analyze all of those answers and then come up with like a full-blown report. And I think the report, as Nuno would say, is visually stunning. Visually stunning landing page that shows basically what you can charge. And then I have a pricing model going on here. Hold on. And the pricing model's down here. So the first quote is free. Then I'll capture an email. Then if you want to get like a report that you can download and send with like a payment link, that's $5, or you could do $14 for unlimited, and then tiered pricing based off of that. I'll worry about the tiered pricing once I get people paying, $5 and $14. All right, skipping back over to this. Okay, understanding the issue. The API docs, it creates the custom field endpoint. This means to place a field in a specific folder, you need to pass the folder's ID as a parent ID. Create the folder first. Exactly. Okay, so sometimes you have to teach it the logic. Like if I want to create a folder or create a custom field inside a folder, it has to do like a set of different API calls. Like one, it has to search if the folder already exists, and then it's like conditional formatting. So if the folder exists, then it's like extract the parent ID for that folder and then pass that data. If the folder does not exist, then it goes down a different path, and it'd be like call the API to create the folder and then get the parent data, and then you come back at one like node, then it's like, what's the next step? And it just goes on and on like that. So I built this command center, but it still is missing some logic like that. So it's only going to get better as I use it. And that's, what it is. So I'm going to let it do its thing over there, have that generate. I can get rid of this tab. It's clogging me up. And then here's back to the actual results, the visually stunning results page that I was just talking about. So it'll tell you the recommended price. It's kind of lower because I said I was intermediate. So it'll kind of like show you what you might be able to charge, and there's your stack. Okay. And then pricing strategy. Now I'm logged in, but if I wasn't, it would automatically say like, hey, to unlock this full report, put in your email now. And then once they put in their email, it instantly unlocks. And what we're working on right now in this Vibe Code live stream is for all of this data, all of the information around the pricing strategy, the presentation will get sent to a HighLevel account. And then it will all be sent via an email. It'll be like an email report, but by having this data in our account, we can also create customized marketing materials and email sequences based off of all of this dope ass data that we got. So, and welcome to, oh my gosh, I got 2 concurrent viewers at the same time right now. I'm so popular. What? Okay. So we install a proprietary system that captures traffic, qualifies it, and puts booked appointments on your calendar. We handle the technical heavy lifting so you can focus on closing. So I think that this is a dope tool because it actually will tell you a lot of the bottlenecks that people have when they're trying to charge and what to also look out for. This is my other favorite section. The biggest red flag here is content delay and scope creep. That is so real. From selling so many of these services, the biggest mistake I've made in business is that I did not define the scope, and then I find myself just building infinitely. There's never an endpoint to the project. Nobody's satisfied. Like, don't do that. So now it's going to help you be aware of those things when you're going into this negotiation about to close this deal. Clients usually underestimate how hard it is to write good sales copy. So if my estimate relies on them providing perfect copy, you'll actually spend 20 hours chasing them or rewriting it. So include a clause that says copywriting is included and charge for it. Okay, so it's really like breaking this down, saying all content must be provided before development begins. So like how to structure, how to avoid the most common pitfalls. And if you heard that little blue, it means I gotta add some credits one, but here we go. Command create folder called marketing fields, create fields and folders. So now it's actually implementing the changes in parallel. Whoop-de-whoop, that's dope. Let's see if we can actually test this out now. So I'm gonna say create a new custom field for project details in the project details folder. Okay. Oh, this is pissing me off because it did not do that. It's like create. What is it about the word folder? Because if we go here, project details, I do have my project details. You know, create. Let's just try it one more time. Create a new field called client type in the project details folder. Okay, it says that it understood, and this command type will be available in a future update. How dare you? Test folder creation. See, it's in the command console. So at this point, I can see if it's gonna do that, or let's just like paste this back in. Create a new field called client type. Let's just see if it goes back and understands that, or if I just totally broke something. I totally broke it. I totally broke it. Damn you. Damn me. That's my fault. Okay. So, now I'm going to just put this back and say, hey, it looks like I have broken the baseline functionality because now it's not allowing me to enter or create a new custom field at all. Rubber duck. And I'm gonna put that in chat mode, which is only gonna take 1 credit, and then I'm gonna have to upgrade and just add some credits because I'm not on my Lovable ambassador account, which I probably should be, but whatever. Okay, so now I'm back to ChargeWell, and ultimately I'm trying to make sure I have the monetization kind of stack put in place. I'm just kind of at like a standstill in terms of setting it up because I need to make sure that those custom fields are set up in my HighLevel account. All right, over here. I need to make sure that they're set up so that I can actually get that data, do something with that data. And this system's gonna be dope. I don't care what anybody says. I'm about to go get my 3rd cup of coffee in a second here. All right, so let's make sure that we can actually use this, and then I have like some fields that I want to add. Okay. Plan to fix the command parsing. Expand the condition to the, okay, implement the plan. That's probably going to use my last 1.5 credits, if or maybe even more. I guess it's time to give up the big bucks, but it's all coming back. It's all coming back real soon. Oh my gosh, I've been streaming for like an hour now. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight. I'm proud of myself for actually just doing it. I don't care if it's just, you know what? 1 person is 100% more than 0 people. Is that how that works? All right. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted on a HighLevel post. Okay. So let's say I want to create a new field for client type. Successfully. Let's go take a look. Client. There it is. Client type. So that's pretty tight. I wonder if I can say move client type custom field to project details folder. See, I don't know why it thinks that I should redirect. It's because it wants me to drag and drop to select form screenshot. So create new project details, custom field under inside the project details folder. Let me add this on my clipboard. It's like really pissing me off. Part of me is like, huh. Okay, I'm getting me on the MVP now, so I'm kind of like doing some ridiculous stuff. So if this is already saving me so many hours, so estimated project time, estimated hours. Okay, estimated project hours range, estimated hours number, experience level, radio, product service, description, client type, client location. But it's like it doesn't know the radio. All right, I'm gonna say keep the simplicity of this list, but if there is a radio option, also show in parentheses all of the radio options. Okay. Oh, Ed Sheeran is coming on. Estimated. You know, I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this and then see if my new dashboard can create custom fields based off of this screenshot. Oh. No. It said 5 text. It didn't actually do that. How dare you? So I'm at a fork in the road, because that basically means I can actually like fix this feature right now, or I can just delete this feature. But it's like I hate moving backwards. I only like moving forwards. So it's like, no, just fix it. Because I see what's happening. It's like I'm adding this screenshot, but instead of it analyzing the actual contents of the screenshot, it does what Lovable does, and it creates placeholders on what it thinks it should be. So these would be all like probably pretty good guesses for placeholders, but these are inherent fields in HighLevel. I don't need to make custom fields for them, like most of them. So I wanted to analyze the screenshot. So I noticed that when I entered a screenshot, instead of detecting the fields accurately, it came up with some mock data fields. I want the screenshot to be actually analyzed for real fields, and then allow the user to add the fields that it detects. And I'm gonna put that in chat mode. I got like 1 credit left. No, I don't even have enough credits. I gotta just upgrade real quick. Oh, due today. Yeah. Oh, you can actually do top-up credits on... Oh, but it's not as good of a deal. So it's like 100. So, yeah. Cool. I do have an ambassador account as a Lovable ambassador, but I already started building this project in like my separate one. So I'm just gonna take my camera and confirm. You know that you can like say something to me in the chat for whoever's watching. I do talk back, you know. Maybe that's why you haven't said anything so far. All right, so here I go. I had some mushrooms and a piece of toast for breakfast, and now I'm thinking about getting some more food. Okay, so look, a user uploads a form screen. Okay, it's converted to base 64. That's probably one of the main things on like why it wasn't working, and sent to the edge function. It calls Lovable AI with the image. So it's using some type of nested LLM inside Lovable AI, like to I don't know which model it's actually using to do the image analysis. But then it's going to return the detected fields as a structured JSON. The front end displays, okay, the user can add, cool, implement the plan. That's going to work out for me just fine. So, I'm like, are you saving the fields? Auto approved. Okay, I enabled it. Always allow. Okay. So what I really need to have happen is, it says the send lead, it sends the exact market. So let me actually see if I can fetch a sample request. No results found. Is this the same? Webhook endpoint. That's my other app. Okay, E7 and then E37 and ending with 638. E37 ending with 638. So it looks like that's the correct one. So let me see why it's not firing. So I'm gonna go back to ChargeWell. I'm going to start calculating. And I'm going to say, I'm creating a custom GPT for a nonprofit. And then I'm going to say continue the calculator. Custom GPT development. The C and the D are supposed to be capitalized. I don't know why it lost that logic, but whatever. This is like the stuff that I clean up with N8N, but it's whatever. Let's say that it's going to take 1 to 5 hours, like 4 hours. And that I'm a beginner, and that it's for a startup. I said nonprofit, so I think I said the logic should be the pricing according to a nonprofit, because they, like, startups, they don't actually have a lot of money until they become established businesses. So you can't really charge startup founders like what you would charge. You could maybe have like LOIs with them. If you really believe in the startup, then you might negotiate shares or something like that. But in terms of just raw pricing, no, they broke until they get that investment. And even then, you see like, oh, they just got this 6-figure investment. That does not mean that they got 6 figures to spend on you, but it'd be worth it to see like the alignment. All right, I said I was beginner, so you can see on the pricing here, it's just like charging me. It's showing $12.50. Okay, I could charge premium $2,800. Here's my stack. That's cool. But the thing we really want to check for to see is if it got that result, and it's saying like it didn't. So that's where I need to go back in and just say into the right project. That's the first thing. I just submitted a new, hold on. Oh, I know what's happening, because it does not start sending this information to HighLevel. They have to put in their email. Kayla plus webhook test. Yeah, homegirl.com. This is the actual thing that's going to execute. And then I don't want that to pop up that fast. So let's see if now I get some. There it is. There's my request. Okay, so here we go. Custom GPT development, hours estimate 1 through 5, experience level beginner, client type startup, location SF. You're making a classic mistake pricing based off of, so why this price, how to position, watch out for, confidence boost, comparable projects, and then it gives the offer stack breakdown. See, the thing with the offer stack breakdown that I'm trying to figure out is, do I send this as like a whole body? Can I send this as a whole body? The tier 2 recommended. You know, I just had a student, and we were kind of doing something with like a similar use case, and I basically just generated a PDF and then sent all the information in a PDF. Now that's like really helpful when you have specific information like the tiers, right? Let's take a look at those tiers. The tiers here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 tiers, and each one includes the component. So like a title, a description, and a value. But the problem is that these tiers will value. So maybe this project, there's like 6 different parts of a stack. Maybe some projects, there's only going to be 3. Maybe some, there'll be 10. And so when we're mapping fields to HighLevel, it's like we have to create 10 custom fields for that. And so that's why custom objects like can come in. But I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm not trying to learn that all brand. I gotta like build something within the scope of knowledge that I actually have right now in this moment. So the decision that I can make is just to send everything as one payload, which might look like really shitty, or to create a PDF report that just sends all of this information. Ah, okay. I think I'm gonna do a hybrid where I'm gonna send some of, like, because we already have it in the payload, it just makes sense to like map that information. So I'm gonna do that. But I'm also gonna send the end user a PDF. Yeah. What's up? Welcome, welcome. I might just send like the end user a PDF. But the cool thing about having this data is that you can send this all to a agent that can synthesize this agent and actually write a custom email with all the calls to action and everything to the customer. So like typically you have an app, the user gets the lead, either getting the lead magnet or they're purchasing something. And then you want to send an email that confirms their sign up, their purchase, whatever the thing is, and then maybe say a little bit that helps guide their journey forward, pushing the needle forward so that they'll take the next step in your pipeline. Okay. With AI now, 2026, we're talking about new strategies. The way that we can compete against all of the email marketing that's out there is by like enriching this data with an agent where we can actually have a whole conversation. So instead of it just being this generic email like, hey, thanks for creating your price on ChargeWell. Here's, your summary and report. It could be like, hey, I've been there before. I've actually made custom GPTs and these are the biggest pitfalls, but here's how you can position it. And it's like all stuff that's custom to them and it feels like a coach. Like, that's tight. That shows like, yo, I'm on a different level here. And yeah. All right. So let me think about this real quick. Whoever you are, I can't believe nobody has said hi to me. I am hurt. All right, so I'm gonna say generate PDF. I'm gonna worry about that later. And I'm just gonna say, I want to just copy this whole thing and see. I don't need that information. I only need this. And I'm gonna say create custom fields in my account to map this payload. I need to get rid of this then. Or it says it can read Gemini flag. Okay. Or let's try one more thing. I'm gonna take screenshots by hitting Command-Shift-4. And I'm gonna put them in here. Oh my gosh. Okay. Come on, let me escape. Let me get out of here. And I'm going to put it in my field builder. And I'm gonna do my downloads. And let's just see it. Okay, let's just see if it's analyzing the form structure. Okay. It got it. Service type as a text, hours estimate, experience level, client type, location. create custom fields. Created 5 types of fields successfully. Let's see if that is the truth or a damn lie. Where would they be? Okay, I'm seeing client type, hours estimate, service type. Okay, so I had already gotten a client type that I made manually. Let's just go ahead and delete that. And now I can take the project details, the service type, the hours estimate, the experience level, not project details. And I'm gonna move these to report results field. No, I'm not. Service type. Let's just see. Because the thing that we'll also have to account for is every time they create a query, they create it, like, overrides their last project. I think it's just like getting too complicated. I think we just have to what's going on, whoever this is? I think I'm about to make some more coffee because I'm getting frustrated. This works though. I just created that new sub app. When the user submits their email, so the email is going to send them the baseline. So let's get that end-to-end project out the way. So here I needed to, in the payload, it's why this price, how to position, watch out for, confidence boost, and comparable projects. So I want to go over to and charge this. Come on, why is my, there we go, charge this. Give me my, let's see if I can go create more fields. So it should, there we go. Watch out for long text, long text, long text, range price. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna create custom fields. Creating custom fields in HighLevel. And there we go. I created 8 out of 8 fields. That's pretty much what I wanna map. Custom GPT configuration. That's the offer stack breakdown. We'll see. We'll see. Let's just create the contact first with an email, and the email is going to come in from here. I'm going to save action, and I'm just going to make sure that that's saved, and then I'm going to refresh the page because because I've been making these custom fields. Since refreshing the page, they're not going to dynamically populate, so I needed to make sure I push them so they'll show up now. So here I can go down to all of my custom fields now. So like, let's find the absolute minimum in the webhound. So that was the calculator input. So these are all the things that the user input. Here's the absolute minimum. So I'm just going to go through, and it was the absolute minimum, charge this. So I'm gonna find calculator inputs, sorry, market insights, charge this. And then I'm gonna find, what was it, range price. So one of the things is like the naming conventions that it came up with are pretty consistent. So now I can see range price. So I always want to make sure whenever I'm mapping it that I'm mapping the inbound webhook trigger. Okay, range price. So I got the 3 pricing tiers. What else let me just pick one and then find here. Inbound webhook trigger. The headers, we don't really need. It's the calculator inputs and the market insights. So it's the why this price, how to position, what to look out for, offer stack breakdown. Okay, so it gave me a good amount of data that I can actually just map now. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back because I need to take a coffee break. So whoever's here, like, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I would love if you say hello. If you want to, like, I'll be back in like 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, you're still here? What are you still doing here? I'm grateful. That sounded kind of mean, but I'm really grateful. All right, so the why this price? Why this price? Oh, I forgot it does that. I hate that. So why this price? Come on. And it has to be from inbound webhook trigger. Why this price? What else do we need? I'm just gonna go down. It doesn't really matter. So client type. Comparable projects. So this part is like a little bit tedious, but it's, you literally just do this one time and then you're like setting up the infrastructure for your business. Okay. Confidence boost. Okay. And then confidence boost. What else? Experience level. And I'm gonna search experience level. Again, it has to be all from inbound webhook. Okay. Hours estimate. Let me save this before something crazy happens. All right, hours estimate. Now, how to position. Okay, add field. How to position. It's just so weird that there's somebody out there like watching me and I just don't even know. Who are you? Say something. Now there's 2 people watching me. It's like, who are y'all? Why are you here? I'm shy. I didn't think anybody was gonna really come. I'm over here building the back end for a future $100 million business. So it doesn't look like a lot now, but just trust me, it's gonna pop off. Okay, service type. So I built a front end in Lovable. I supercharged it with an agent in N8N, and now I'm packaging it all to sell in HighLevel. Okay, so I have 2 service types. That's a duplicate. I already mapped it once, so I'm gonna go remove that. Actually, it's not a big deal right now. It's just one of those irritating things. So watch out for, that's my last field. Watch out for, save action. And then I'm going to actually publish this, and I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to create, there's always 3 actions, okay, that I take here. One is gonna be a tag. And the tag is going to be, there's no tags here. It's going to be, I don't know, I guess like new user. Oh my gosh, Troy is back. Hi, Troy. He said, when you become shy, you were confident the whole time. I was just trolling to see if you was going to talk to me, Troy. Good to see your stream is not laggy. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It is. And see, look at, I made progress since yesterday, Troy. I'm like, hell yeah. And I made a lot of progress on that workflow that I was working on yesterday. I actually got it to work end to end and show up in the front end of Lovable. But the quality of the thumbnails is like kind of shitty and it's not branded to me. So that's what I have to work on next. But of course I got distracted. So I'm over here now. So I got to create a new tag. And the tag is going to be something like, because I'm thinking about making this a snapshot. So it'd be like new user. Let's just do a new user tag. And then I'm just going to put it here. Add new user tag. Save action. Save. Okay. Now I'm going to call this Lovable ChargeWell email entered. So it's going to be new contact, and it's going to be new user. And this is going to be their welcome email. And the thing is, it's not going to be a welcome email in terms of like, hey, welcome to, you know, the app, because they could get this email multiple times every time they submit new pricing. So it's like a one-time welcome email, but it'll get them on the list. So then I'll send them broadcast emails. So this email will trigger every time. And so I want to create now in my marketing a new email template that's going to have all of this information, but presented beautifully. So I'm going to create a campaign, and I'm going to create a blank template and use the design editor for it. And there we go. So it's gonna, I don't have their name yet technically, so I can't be like, hey, first name. The only thing that I have is their email, and then all of the information that they provided in the app, which was their, like, what they're working on, like the projects that we're getting the proposal for, what level they have, and then who they're targeting. And I think my coffee's ready. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, I'm back. Is it you, Troy? Tell me about yourself, Troy. I know you're 19. I know that you're into gaming. I know that you are getting a MBA, that you're really interested in a lot of different like processes of business and vibe coding, like that. I think you speak Urdu because Kayla means banana. You were right. Food certainly helps to be more creative. Previously, I used to skip meals during focused work. What have you eaten today? See, I told you, Troy. I love when you feed me, boy. Um, so I had some like mushrooms that I made because they were like leftover, and then I had a piece of bread. Honestly, that's not a good thanks or Christmas Eve meal. I probably should order something or like go down to Taco Bell or a taco truck at least. Okay, but like I'm so obsessed right now because I just developed this and it's dope. It's like a front end console for ChargeWell for like this app that I just built, which I love how it came out. Okay, so now I need to create an email that's gonna be like, hey, your report is ready, and it's gonna be like a fantastic, and it's gonna be branded, and it's gonna just like feel amazing. And so I'm just gonna put some stuff in. I don't have the person's name. I'm gonna use the font Sora. I gotta add that font because all these other fonts I just don't like. I like Sora. Okay, so it's gonna be like, oh, come on, go back. Your based on your experience level as a experience level, based on as a, and it would be like beginner. I'm gonna put in parentheses and okay, location, and then I could put in location. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I'm looking for custom values. Location, and that's a custom field location. So like you requested you're getting this email because you wanted to know how much to charge for Troy said, I'm not into gaming. I quit it because I realized that I don't want to influence people to waste their time. So it's not really aligned with my identity. But yeah, I speak Urdu, which exactly like Hindi. Oh, Troy, that's actually a really beautiful realization. I'm proud of you. I don't even know you, but I'm proud of you. I mean, I only said gaming because like literally you're Troy Gaming Tea. So it's in the name. So like, I don't know, maybe changing it. But then when I was checking out your YouTube channel, I was just seeing like, well, yeah, it was like 2 years ago, I think, when you were like live streaming games and stuff. But I just thought it was cool. That's what's up. Well, maybe then you can do like streams like this, or maybe we like collaborate on a stream, and then you'll be like making some dope ass automations, and we'll make hella money together. Hey. Let's see, project, like what was the project details? Project details. Is that the name of the project? I just realized I don't even know if I got the entire name of the project, but let's actually see. Did we have our new contact come in? Not yet, because we're still creating. Okay. Well, you know what? We're just going to put this in and we're going to see what happens. Okay, you're getting this email because you wanted to know how much to charge for, yeah. Based on your experience level and location, you should charge. And then I want to have maybe another text field, like its own, and it's just like a really big text field, and it's going to be centered, and it's going to be bold, and it's going to be what was it, the charge this, and it's going to be in Sora font, and it's going to be not the line, like just, now I have to see if this number is in if it already include, I don't think it includes, I think I have to include the $sign for this to actually do. So you're getting this email because you wanted to know how much to charge for based on your experience level and location. You should charge, and then it'll pull in dynamically what they should charge. And then, you know, I want to just, I'm gonna duplicate this and then bring it down here because it has all like my text formatted how I like it. And then I'm just gonna erase, well, it's probably gonna, yeah, default to Arial, so it didn't really matter. But I'm gonna put in the other values, which was, let's just go look at them, custom values. It's not, I have to search it, system emails. It was just like pricing. What are the, oh, that's right, custom fields. So we wanted to say the how to position. So we could say how to position. Come on. Here's how you can position your offer. And then we can also write in like the other things that we want, that we collected. So custom position, it was comparable projects and watch out for. And I'm gonna make this into Sora, and I'm gonna be like pricing, ChargeWell, pricing reports, email. Okay, I'm gonna save. And then the other really important thing that I think a lot of people, including myself, forget when creating email templates is to not test email, is to add like the sender schedule. Did I create this as a template or as a campaign? I might have accidentally messed up and created this as a template. I mean, as a campaign and not a template. Okay. I want to create this as a template, y'all. That was my bad. Troy said, that's my old channel. I'm involved into many different things as a curious person, like jack of all trades, master of none. That's so real. I said I had a jack of all trades, but I trade jack. If you don't give what I give back. I have that as one of my raps. But yeah, like, I don't know. And do you have a new channel that I could check out? Because it was like, I was just checking out Troy Gaming T. Okay. So now I'm going to create a template, and I want it to be from there we go. I want it to be from an existing campaign because I had messed up. So that was not supposed to actually be a campaign at all. It was only supposed to be a template because I ultimately want to add this in my workflow, like as a template to send out. Okay. So ChargeWell pricing report email template. Now that it's a template, when I go to settings, I'll be able to see the email subject. That's what I was missing before. So the email subject is going to be, well, I don't have their name. I want to put their name in it, but, I want it to be like really dramatic. Money bag emoji. I need a money bag emoji, and I need a copy. And then I'm gonna put that in the subject. The subject is like damn near more important than the actual email. So I want it to be money bag emoji, and I want it to be how much they should charge, which would be charge this. It erased my damn emoji. Okay, charge is on the table for, and then I think it's project details. Oh, how dare you. Okay. It makes me charge this. So I'm just gonna put, let's just see if it'll pull in. Waiting for you. Charge well now. Let's just click save. Let's just click save. Troy said, I didn't know it was that easy to create apps. You explained it in a simple and best way. That's what's up. I'm trying, Troy. And it's about to get even simpler. Like, this is actually the more complicated stuff, but I'm just trying to like work through it and then be transparent. So maybe somebody like you will be able to like be inspired. But then I have also a lot of older people in my community, so I want to teach it in a way that's very step by step, very comprehensive. I've been drinking my coffee black, and it's been cool. All right, so I'm going back to where I have my workflow, and now I have my new user, and now I want to make sure that I send them an email to the user, okay? And the subject is going to be, well, it's going to pull from the template. See how it pulled? That's what I want. So then I don't have to change anything here, but I do want to sync these edits. I'm going to turn on the sync. And then I'm going to save this action. And then I'm also going to do an internal notification to myself. And the type of notification, I'm just going to do email. And it's going to be from the AI Homegirl. And it's going to be from Kayla plus ChargeWell, the AIHomegirl.com. Actually, it doesn't matter. That's actually where I want to send it to. So I'm going to send it to a custom email. And I'll be like, you know, new user. And then I could actually like put in their email here. And then I could also map all of the other stuff, but I'm going to come back and do that later. So I'm going to just save this action. Why can't I save it? The email. Okay. If you must, okay? Let me go ahead and click save. Oh my gosh, I've been on for an hour and 42 minutes. That's insane. This is my longest live stream ever, y'all. The longest that I think I was ever online for, like teaching, it was not a live stream. I mean, it was live, but it was on a Zoom call. It was like to students. This is a little different though, because anybody could just come up in here and watch me and see my goodies. All right, so now that we've done this, I want to just like test this out. And I want to test it out from a different window. Like, let's see. I'm going to go to one of my fake. Troy said, I didn't put my mind into AI automation because I thought it's not a skill and it's getting easier, and I was just it was a trend and not actually in demand. What are your thoughts on this? Oh my gosh, no. My thoughts are like, yeah, automation, you can't just think that like it's getting easier, but why do you think it's getting easier? Is because like people like you and I are now automating things, but it's like not, you have to still let the AI know what to automate. Like what specific processes and frameworks are. Sorry, I'm trying to get my damn heating pad. So it is a very in-demand skill. You know how many like small businesses, like they need this. Sorry, this is like all caught up. They need this really bad right now, okay? People out here are leaving so much money on the table because they don't even know how to incorporate a lot of this. I'm gonna just change this to my desktop so you could see. All right. Which one is this? Valentina Cruz music, I think. I'm gonna test this out. Start calculating. I am creating a series of Canva templates for a small floral boutique. Okay, continue to calculator. Canva templates. Let's say it'll take 1 to 5 hours. Let's say I'm a beginner, that it's a small biz. It got that. And then I don't even have the location. Helping you charge well, calculating the expertise tag. I might have it like load this slower so people can read. I have like 15 different actions that it rotates through, and that's just a way to try and get it to feel like there's something to entertain the user while the report is generating. All right, and then I'm gonna go into the email. This is gonna be my email. Luna Valentina hits. This is just to $450. That's about right for what that is. Your stack, 10 designs, brand kit, video walkthrough, high level social planner setup. That's cool. So it actually like will show you what you can charge for and the pricing strategy. So see how it locked this full report. So in order to unlock it, you have to put in your email and then it unlocks. Oh, hold on. Put it in double. I unlock it. This is where I want to, I need to have a way for them to be able to like get back into the proposal. That's a UX thing. But here for the full template suite, the investment is $450. You're drastically underestimating the time it takes to do this right. You're not making templates. You're doing this here. Can you just change this syndrome? Yeah, this is, I'm like looking at all of these projects that I have charged before. This is probably my favorite thing. What to watch out for. The red flags and negotiation tips, because I can't tell you, when you're making templates for somebody and they're paying for them, this is like the type of thing that they will come back and they'll want hella revisions. And then if you have not thought about a revision policy, you're gonna get fucked. So yeah, you want to do that. All right, I'm sorry, I got really emotional. The more important thing here, so $450 is waiting for you. Charge well now. You're getting this email because you wanted to know how much to charge for. Okay, so it's like made that. And then location. If they don't put a location, it's going to show an empty. See, this is why we have to test it. Here's how you can position your offers. Stop talking about Canva and hours. Clients don't care how long it takes you. They care that they look professional without spending all day to design. Frame the conversation around brand consistency and time savings. Say something like, I don't just hand over generic files. I build a cohesive visual system for your shop so that you can post high quality content in under 5 minutes without stress. Oh, that's good. That's a very good, yeah, when you present the price, shut up. Do not justify it immediately. Say, for the full template suite and brand kit setup, the investment is $450. Then wait. If they hesitate, remind them that they're hiring a designer for every single post would cost them that much per week. You're giving them a tool that lasts forever. Watch out for the biggest red flag. Okay, also watch out for the missing assets trap. The client that likely doesn't have high quality photos or a transparent logo file. You'll end up spending hours chasing these or trying to fix blurry images. Include a clause that says project timelines don't start until you have all of their assets. If they don't have a brand kit, charge extra to create one. Okay, that's cool. This is tight. So that's what the email looks like now. All right, I'm going to come back to our Loom style here. That's what the email looks like. So we got the information to come through. And this is like, I would say that's immense value. Because think about it. They're getting all of that information for free. We're getting their email. Now, so we have the thing that like we've positioned ourselves to make money now. All right, because we have an offer and we have their email and now we can get it to them. All right. let's keep working away at this. Make proposal. So start calculating. When a user lands on the results page, change the top right hand corner button from start calculating to create proposal. Okay. Now, Lovable should be intelligent enough to understand that I'm asking it to not just change the button language, but to change the button functionality. So if I click it right now, it's going to go back to the calculation feature. But once I already got them where I want them, which is in the results page, I don't want to send them backwards. I want to send them forwards down my value ladder towards profit. So I want to have them go to create a proposal. Now, remember when I had that pop-up come up after they put in their email, it's just too soon. Somebody's trying to read the rest of the report. So they're going to immediately probably not even read that and click away. So I need to either have a delay or I need that pop-up to only show up after they've clicked through multiple times. And I can have multiple points of where I want it to pop up. Okay. So this is where we start to actually make the money. Troy says cool. I know. I think it's so cool, right? Okay. So the header now show proposal. So I might actually have to go in. This is the proposal builder and it actually really is cool, Troy. Okay. Well, you can't actually see it, but when I'm going to get through and I'm going to show it and it's going to be really cool.
Add PDF export for results. All right. So I don't know if I really want to like add the PDF right now because I want them to go check their email. There's a few reasons why. Because one, they check their email, it's sending an algorithm, like a signal to the algorithm that this is not spam, this is not promotions, even though it might end up in their promotions at first, that these are emails worth opening. So it's helping me to develop my reputation, and then that way my future emails are more likely to be delivered and delivered in the inbox. Okay, let's just go through one more time and come up with another idea. Let's see, what's a common service that people might charge? I'm helping a client set up Instagram keywords to automate sending out webinar registration links. And let's continue to the calculator. Let's see what are you selling? Instagram keyword automation for webinar registration. Let's say it'll take 1 to 5 hours. I'm intermediate. It's for a small business. And I'm going to add some more sections there. Let's just put SF and what should I charge? And then I have to create a better format. See, in the email, I like the email, but because it's all like parsing in that custom field, it's like a whole paragraph, it doesn't allow me to like edit specific words. I mean, that's whatever. There's other ways I can get around that and format it different, like better. It's like I just get all like caught up. Okay, $1,800, that's not bad. And for intermediate level, $1,800, your stack, configuration of specific keywords and comment monitoring logic, pricing strategy. So if you're dramatically underestimating the value of filling seats, okay, you're pushing yourself, punishing yourself for your efficiency as San Francisco small business. How to present this, stop talking about keywords and links, start talking about the zero friction attendee system. Tell the client manual DMing is the bottleneck to your webinar success. You know, part of me is thinking it's like not about where you're at for the location, it's about where the client is at. I might change that, or I might not even include like location at all, but then part of me is like, oh, I want that data. You see, this is why I'm just doing this on live, so you can just like see all the stuff that goes through my head, versus if I'm like doing this for a polished presentation, I'm not going to go off like that. Okay, how to present this, client communication tips. And then let's just send this to KaylaLoveMusic@gmail.com. See, close the deal faster, build my proposal. This is what I was talking about. I need to have this delay. I like the way this looks though. This is a cool modal. I like this outline and everything, but I want to test this button, create proposal. See, like, I feel like Lovable should have been intelligent enough to know that because I'm changing it to create proposal, that it should go to the proposal builder page. Ensure that the create proposal button goes to the proposal builder page. But see, I did already build that out. There is a proposal builder, and I'm afraid that if I was to put in a prompt like this, it's just going to like build a duplicate of the same page. Ensure the create proposal button goes to the proposal builder page. Okay. In the meantime, we are going to go to my Gmail, and I'm going to see if this actually came through in my Gmail. Where? Come on now. Oh yeah, in vcinc.ai, that's where I have. All right, my free community. So look at $1,800 is waiting for you. Charge well now. You're getting this email, so $1,800. Here's how you can position your offer. Stop talking about keywords and links. Start talking about the zero friction attendee system. Manual DMing is the bottleneck to your webinar success. We are going to build an automated capture engine that engages interested leads in the second they show interest, capturing them while their intent is highest. When presenting the price, frame it against the cost of lost leads. Okay, watch out for. So it's really like only giving me like I only put in 2 fields, which is here's how you can position your offer. And then all of this is like automatically parsed in, right? The watch out for. The biggest red flag here. And let's think about the customer journey, because the thing that we really want them to do is to upgrade. We want them to be able to access the proposal builder after this, so that let's say that they don't upgrade right away. They get this information in their email and they're like, oh, like that's really cool. Actually, yeah, how can I consolidate this and like edit it and like send it as a proposal? And we want to have a button here. And that button is going to take them to where they can actually edit the proposal in the proposal builder that like has kept all of their information. They should never have to re-enter data that they have already entered or that's already been generated for them. Never. We always want to make sure we're passing that data, because that's going to be like the customer experience, right? So I'm telling it to ensure the create proposal button. So one way that a client did this was she had all of this information, and instead of like manually parsing it into the email, it would just like send the PDF. But we just want, again, oh no, it wouldn't send the PDF. It would send them to a page where they could like put in a 4-digit code, and the 4-digit code would like unlock their proposal, and then they could edit it from there. Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be. It's like it's gonna generate a 4-digit code that they can copy, and then that code is gonna it'll be preloaded. They can access the template. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. Are there any websites for this purpose that you saw, or it's your own idea? This is just my own idea. I was talking to my homegirl Sarah. She's also in HighLevel, and she was just saying like what a hard time that we have, especially as women, for trying to figure out what we charge for services and then like how to explain it to a client. So I just built this out of a real world need, where it's just like, oh, when somebody asks what it like, I don't know, I just feel like I go through all these mental backflips, and I'm at like ChatGPT trying to figure out like, what the hell am I worth? What can I charge for this? So that's what I came up with. And I mean, ideally I was just doing it because I have all of these app ideas for micro SaaS of what would be profitable. And so I just picked one from the list to show students how they could take an idea from this list and build it. So it was number 8, what should I charge, price, and calculator? And that became this app, ChargeWell. So it says the button already links to proposal builder when on the results page. So what are you doing? Pre-fill proposal with results data. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that functionality is already happening. Hopefully I don't have to refactor because it was building in parallel, but we're going to see. And over here, I got new user. I got my internal alert. Okay. That's pretty tight. So I've made connection, like at least that I've made connection between my HighLevel account and between my app. So whoop-de-whoop, love that. There it goes. And then what I need to do is like to make sure that my value ladder is in place, and that when they land on that results page, there's several incentives to upgrade, and they understand exactly what they're getting with the upgrade, and they are sent a nurture sequence that continues to allow them to upgrade. Okay. Now I see the issue. The header button navigates to the proposal builder, but without the passing the state data. The state is only passed. Okay, I need to update. Create the proposal button now passes the pricing data, service type, client, offer stack from the results to the proposal builder. All right. I'm going to go test it one more time. All right, let's see. Start calculating. I am creating a proposal builder for fitness coaches on how to sell their personal training packages. I don't know. That might not even make sense, but we're just going to be going in here. Proposal builder for fitness coaches. This is supposed to be in sentence caps. Oh, wait. Look at God. It did it for me. Okay, thank you. I misspoke. All right, so we're going to do it. Let's say I'm an expert, and this is for a small biz, and I'm going to just, whatever, take that away. Oh, I'm like looking at myself. I feel like I got a little fat. I used to be way finer than this, so in 2025, I'm just going to have to get hella sexy. It's inevitable. I'm going to find me a husband. But first, I have to charge well with the ChargeWell app. I'm gonna put on some music. I'm just gonna chill. It's Christmas Eve over here in America. That's cool. All right, it says that I should charge $2,800 for this app. I'm like, why though? Why not? Is it not in the middle? It says, I also have a lovely idea for an app from last 3 months, but it's hard to explain all of it in a chat. I mean, that's understandable, Troy. So if you want, just come to my community. Come to vcinc.ai, and I do live trainings in there. I'm about to do a challenge where I will help you come up with your MVP, the scope of work for your first app, and then show you this process of like how to actually create it into a system, a business that incorporates HighLevel, N8N, and Lovable. Okay, so that's what's going on. Hey friends, it looks like we have a new friend in here, and look at, I'm already up to 20 views. Make sure that you like this chat, please. Don't be fake. Like my shit. Thank you. All right, my stack, here we go. Strategic offer consulting, custom proposal builder development, payment gateway integration, ghosting prevention automation, video handover and training. Okay, pricing strategy. Cool, cool, cool. All right, now I want to see if this, well, I know it's gonna work, but the thing I want is now this build my proposal. All right, so this is the proposal that it's building, and it's going to be as a PDF that a user can then download. All right, so they can slide how much they're going to charge, and that's going to show up here. They can add their logo. So I can add a logo to it. I can change the brand color of this page. Okay, I can put in the client's name, their and my email, my phone. I should have this be really like sticky so it always shows. Proposal for Troy. And then I put my email, my phone. It should automatically map in my email. I can have like some directions for that in my phone. Proposal builder for fitness coaches projects. I want to get rid of this proposal builder. Oh, okay. I want to get rid of project. Elevate your business with a professional. I just hate this description. I'm gonna have to do something in the agent to like come back from that. Strategic offer consulting, custom proposal builder development, payment gateway integration, the ghosting prevention automation, video handover and training. And we're not gonna add pricing to these because clients will start to pick apart your price and be like, well, I don't really need that. I want to save money, so I don't need that. Like, get rid of that. But it'll be like, no, the way that you should be thinking about this pricing is like, here's everything that I've identified that you're going to need. So when we go and decide if the price, if the work has been done for $3,820, we have a list, a checklist, like strategic offer consulting. Did that consulting happen? And I want to actually put in that that should be even more specific, like 2 hours of consulting. Like, because if it's 1 hour, then the thing has not been completed. You can't check it off. So it's like, these are the deliverables so that when you and the client go back and assess if this project was actually completed for the amount of money that was invested, you can, did this happen? Yes or no, check it off. Right? So that's what I would want to add into the agent. Let me go back to the results. Oh, this is killing me. I need to have a way for the user to see. Oh my. Book my setup call. Hold on. I didn't even know that this page was back here. You've got your price. Now let's set up the systems to collect. One-time setup. Oh, wow. This is another pricing model. So this is basically like my upsell. So the free thing is like the basic report. I get their email when they upgrade and unlock their full report. The proposal builder is $5 per proposal or $14 a month for unlimited proposals. The pricing tiers goes up based off of the functionality that they get from the proposals. So if they want more advanced editing or more integrations, then that would be like another tier up after $14. And then my high ticket would be like, hey, do you want me to coach you or like help you sell this? or like set up all of these things, then that's going to be the setup. This is what they would be paying me for. I didn't even realize that I put that. Good for me. I'm tight. But I do have to go back and fix some things. So when I navigate away from the reports page, for example, to the proposal builder now, I lose all of my work. I need the ability for a user to retrieve their project details after they have put in their email. Now, ideally, I also want them to be able to make an account with a password. I don't want them to have to make an account for just unlocking the report. I feel like that just drives people away. So part of what I'm testing for 2026 is the ability to create user experiences that are just more friendly for the user. Like, I just know that if I'm going on a page and they want me to make an account right away and I don't even know what the heck it is, like it's a barrier to entry. So like lessen the barriers and then collect the information in phases. So far I don't even have this person's name yet. I just have what they're selling and maybe their location and their email. And so let's just see after they have put in their email. And let me just tell chat, I don't want to collect or have them make a password just to unlock the account, but I would like them to add authentication at some point. Can you give me some ideas for how to build in this feature and when to prompt them to make an account based off of the current configuration and user flow? Troy said, enthusiasm and mindset is what makes people get inspired by you. Oh, that's what's up. You said you are actually cool. You think I'm cool, Troy? Oh, you're just gassing me up, but thank you. I appreciate that on this Christmas Eve where I've been streaming for 2 hours and 7 minutes. That's insane. I've only exposed my API keys once, but don't worry, I deleted. So if you go back into the stream, try it. Try to hack my API keys. You're going to be very disappointed. All right, so let's see. The data only lives in the React state. That's a problem. I mean, the data will also live in HighLevel now that I've actually like gotten it through the webhook. So at least I have a backup where I could use it. But the user, if they wanted to come back to the dashboard, like the only place that it would exist currently is in that email they get. So I could do that. And yeah, it's going to be important that I store that data because I'm going to want to constantly be encouraging them to like the upsell, like, hey, you got what you needed, like send what's going on with that client, like send this proposal out, here's everything that you need. And then maybe in order to not accumulate crazy database costs, they'll be like, hey, your project, you haven't had it active in 30 days, it's about to be deleted. Maybe something like that. All right, so the problem is that the lead state table stores minimal data. There's no way to retrieve projects. So now an email-based magic link access, no password. When a user enters their email to unlock, store the complete market insights JSON in the database alongside the lead. When they return, they enter their email, receive a magic link via email, and the link opens their saved report. Oh yeah, I like that. No password required, but authenticated via email ownership. That is a good plan. I like that. Secure, familiar pattern. Yeah, cons. Requires email delivery setup, slight friction to check email. I mean, they're already checking the email. Troy said, cool ideas and quick execution is what I mean by cool. Oh, so you don't actually think I'm cool, Troy? Man, I was so close to receiving that compliment. Option 2, email plus PIN. Okay, that was kind of what I did with this other client. When saving results, generate a 6-digit PIN and store it hashed with the lead. To retrieve the enter email and PIN, the PIN once when they save. Okay. They might forget PIN. Less secure than magic link. So far, I think I like the magic link option better. And then option 3, store full results and allow retrieval by email. So it stores the complete market insights in the leads table Add or retrieve my project page where users enter their email. If email exists, shows their saved projects. So anyone who knows their email can see their projects. So I don't think that that's a good one, because what if, like, you know, or when this app goes totally viral, and then people might be like, oh, I want to see what my coach, what they put in about my project, and then they'll go like retrieve it and stuff. No. Oh, option 4. Progressive authentication. Come on, Lovable. You do not let me down. My recommendation, the best of both worlds. Intermediate. Store full results in a database where when the user enters email, like now, okay, we did that. Give them a saved, here's your link with a unique project idea that they can bookmark. It's kind of like lit. Okay. Later prompt, after they use the tool 2 to 3 times, or when they return to retrieve projects, prompt them to secure your projects with a password to create a full account. So after the second save project shows they're getting value, they're invested. When accessing proposal builder, here are the optimal moments. Yeah, because there needs to be multiple moments. We want to sell them at multiple touch points, not just one. So they've completed a workflow, the natural pause, the database changes needed. Would you like me to elaborate on any of these options, or shall I create a detailed implementation plan for your preferred approach? I'd recommend option 4, as it provides the best user experience while building towards full accounts. Okay, let me like analyze these 2 options, because I want to go back to that magic link. When a user enters their email to unlock, store the complete... The thing I have to figure out with the magic link is if it's going to work, if I can actually send a URL with the right parameters that could be stored in HighLevel and then sent as a custom field every single time. Or if this is like generated and then it can only be sent through like a resend API. They enter their email and receive a letter. You know, I think at this point, I'm actually going to go with the progressive auth. Store full market insights and database, generate unique project URLs, and add or retrieve my projects page where you just, can enter their email to see their saved work. Yes, I'm going with your recommendation, Lovable. It sounds legit. So now I have to modify the database. Oh my gosh, we just hit a new record. I got 3 concurrent people on this stream at the same time. What's going on? I got Troy and 2 others, and it says the average view duration is 4 minutes and 44 seconds. I've been seeing a lot of these angel numbers. Yesterday it was 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Today I've hit a new record. I'm at 2 hours and 2 hours and 13 minutes exactly for how long I've been streaming, which now officially makes this my longest live stream ever. And I am building a Lovable front end powered by an agentic workflow in N8N and integrating with HighLevel to sell this workflow. So basically it is a smart proposal tool where a user can go in this beautiful front end in ChargeWell and they can say what they're building. They can start calculating with just their voice, and then it's going to generate a proposal and actually send them an email that shows what they can charge for the project. So that's what I'm building. Okay. And I've built like some other apps to facilitate the creation of this app, and it's just going to be awesome. Okay, so tell me about your project. I'm not going to do any more tests until I have the proper structure on the back end, and what I need right now is the pathway to monetization. Also, I could use do a little bit of work here on the email. So you can see this is what the email looks like when it comes through. And this is what the email looks like as a template. So the charge this, it doesn't have a comma, which I don't like. I don't like that. The way that we can solve for that is by adding a formatter, number formatter, format currency, and the field is going to be from the charge this field. And the currency is going to be US dollars. But why you want to sell it? Maybe it can blow up in the future. I don't know, Troy. I'm deciding on the pricing models, and a lot of stuff is just like I'm exploring. Don't worry, I have like tons of ideas. So one of them's gonna hit. I just know. God got me. All right, I heard the blue, which means that we got something going on. So I've implemented progressive authentication with project retrieval, good, database, results, my projects page, navigation. All right, let's go ahead. I'm gonna publish this so that I can go test it out in another user, in another window. And they can work and return, entering their email to see all of their saved pricing. Now, again, I hope that it's not creating duplicate components, because I've already created the email. Once I get that email, it's executing my webhook, bringing all that information into HighLevel. But I also want it to be creating their account simultaneously on the Lovable front end. So let me just go into ChargeWell.app, and I'm gonna clear the cookies on this site, because I want it to be fresh. So cookies and site data. Let me just clear it real quick. Done. And then reload the page. And I'm gonna start calculating what's the what's like a common project. I'm creating a custom GPT builder for a dentist client. It kind of messed up, but let's see what it comes up with. GPT builder. I wonder if it's gonna even know what that means. I don't know. Let's just see. Like the building part, I mean, it took me like 2 hours to build this. It took me like 30 minutes to build the front end, and then it took me like 2 hours to build the agent and then get them to communicate, because the agent is back here. Oh, Troy, this was that crazy workflow that we were doing yesterday. And I got it to work. Look, respond to webhook. Like this workflow works. Yesterday on stream, I had to shut it down because I was about to get pissed off. This is like the workflow that I've created for what we're doing right now. This is what it's powered by. So all of these results are like going through that N8N agent and then showing back up on the front end here. Can you talk something about your city? I'm in Richmond, California, which is on the outskirts of Silicon Valley, San Francisco. Some people call it the hood, but I call it the land of pride and purpose. How did I get that error fixed yesterday? Oh man. So yeah, let me show you, Troy, since you asked. This is my N8N. Okay, so what was happening yesterday? I was getting a bottleneck over because what I realized is that even though it was looping over all of my items, it wasn't sending the loop to the list of analysis. So I added this code node in between when it would analyze my image. Oh my gosh. Did y'all lose me? Wait, no, I'm back. Ah! Just kidding. So I added this code node to ensure that every time there was a loop over, that this node would basically store that information and then send all of the loops as one payload to create the list of analysis. That was like, everything was working up until this node, and I could not figure it out. I tried to put a wait step. I tried to enable some other settings. It was like really making me pissed off. And then I just added the code in JavaScript, this code node, and that fixed the problem. Now the problem that I'm having is that there's some, I wouldn't even call it like hallucinations. It's more so I have to prompt better for my brand. When it's creating the prompt, it's like a lot of times it's creating a guy in the thumbnail, and I have to prompt it to like to include more references of women, to include a reference of me, sending it to Nano Banana. I have to like allow it to pull a profile image of me and then convert that, like upload it to like a S3 bucket so that it can persist and then pull that every time. So Yeah, I'm going to be working on this workflow again because I really do need a thumbnail generator that's branded for me. But also, there's some stuff in here that's overkill. But like, for um, anybody that's learning N8N for the first time, it's like a solid strategy. Go find a workflow, or I don't know, some of them are really complex, but if you're a little bit more advanced, like go find a workflow, bring it into your N8N instance and see if you can get it working end to end, because you're going to start realizing the different types of errors. A lot of times when you're first importing it into your instance, it'll be authentication errors, like API keys that are not valid or don't have the proper scopes assigned to them. Sometimes there's mismatching on the data. So you'll have to go. My personal way of debugging that is going into Claude, where I have my N8N MCP server like installed, and I'll actually copy the node or copy the entire workflow, and it translates it into the raw JSON, and then I'll ask like what's going on with this, and it'll be able to be like, oh, I see that it's sending out with this request, but it's actually expecting the JSON to be an array or something like that, and then it'll actually be able to help rewrite some of those code nodes. It's kind of difficult. I've never actually had 100% success rate when taking an N8N workflow and then just trying to put it in my instance and clicking run, and it runs end to end. At the very minimal, you have to make sure that your credentials are like in place, and if they don't have the credentials in the node configured as pre-configured credentials, and like in this example I'll show you, like for Appify over here, they don't send the credentials as a predefined credential type. They actually send it in the header or in the API endpoint itself. So that's why, yeah, it just gets to be, I'm sorry if I'm like nerding out and stuff, but see, I'm not going to show you my API key, but down here, see, Appify token. It's sending the token as part of the URL, right? So if it's doing that, you're going to run into an error because you didn't put in your token. So somebody asked me yesterday, like, how many APIs are you using for this workflow? Well, I'm using 4, which means I need 4 different tokens for 4 different platforms that have the appropriate scopes, and I need to make sure that they are positioned properly in each aspect of the workflow. Otherwise, it's not going to work end to end. So yeah, Troy, that's basically how I fix this workflow. And now the next step is to brand it for me. Take out a bunch of stuff that's like costing me unnecessary tokens, and like create a branded profile for me. I'm building this particular thumbnail generator just for me. So I don't want to make it super general for anybody. Like maybe in the future, but this is for me right now. Okay, so let me go back to this project. Where was I? The progressive auth flow. I was over here. I just created a quote. Now it should lock me out. So it shows the first, it gives some value. This is a lot of value that the user gets for free, and I don't even get their email. They get to see what they should charge. They get to see it on a sliding scale. They get package options for some inspiration. They have the stack down here, and then there's the pricing strategy. And then that's what they need to unlock. So I'm going to create a new contact. I'm going to unlock and see how it shows that it unlocks. I gotta change this pop-up because the psychology of people, once they put in the unlock, they want to read the next section. They're not trying to buy yet. They're still trying to evaluate if this is giving a whole lot of value. And once we can prove that we give it that value, then we could go into the proposal builder. So this is the proposal builder. This is what I'm going to be selling for either $5 a download. So ideally, when I click download PDF, it'll have another pop-up with, or redirect them to a page where they're going to make a payment. Or it's going to be for a subscription. I think I'm going to do like $14 a month for unlimited proposal downloads, where you can do like the PDF and you can include your payment link directly on the page, which I think is pretty cool. Because there's like immense value. This can start making money right away, and it just gives so much. All right, so it has the custom GPT logic and personality design, the knowledge base compilation, the GHL conversational AI setup, and then people can like erase these, or they can add deliverables. It's pretty much all you need for a proposal. Okay, so then that's what's gonna download. I don't want this start calculating. Okay, the whole thing that I was trying to check is to see if where, like, the user experience of that they can come back to, I'm gonna get rid of this because I'm not using it right now, that they'll be able to come back to their project and it has all of their information. Users can now save their work, leave, and return later. No, they cannot. Let's refresh. A good old refresheroo. Wow, I'm like pretty much, I've gone like an hour more than yesterday. I have like less stats, but still. I don't care because Troy is here. You're a real one, Troy. All right. I'm creating a fitness reminders app for a coach to use for her personal training clients. Whatever. And then let's say fitness reminders app. Let's say it takes me 6 to 12 hours, that I'm an expert, and this is for a startup, and I'm an SF. Let's see what I should charge. And then it's gonna go ahead. I'm getting hungry, Troy. I'm supposed to have a $50 DoorDash gift card from when I did some work for like this vibe code session, but I don't know where it is. And now, of course, I got a Facebook notification. I got all distracted. Don't let me get distracted here, guys. All right, so it's saying I should charge $4,800 for that. Lit, like that. The stack, the deliverables. Okay, see, that's the problem here, is that it doesn't, well, I'm just in the preview mode, so it's not gonna have the same gate unlock. But if I go to create proposal, yeah, this is where I want it to go. In the create proposal feature, automatically map their email, so then they can easily change it if it's a different email, and also ensure that there's proper phone formatting for the phone number field. I'm gonna just add that. The thing is, I don't like this, the launch with a fitness reminders app. I need it to be more punchy, more, not salesy, but if you like look at their results page, see, I just clicked back to results and it didn't save. That's the problem that I'm trying to overcome right now. How long am I going to be live streaming for? I don't know. I guess until I go mad or whatever. Until I run out of credits. Create, I mean, this is not really like the biggest deal, but it's a deal. Okay, I was looking at HighLevel. I was looking at the API. I was getting my money bag emoji. All right. The other thing that I was doing was changing the currency. Hoo-yay-yay. So, MVP features. This is primarily for an American market. That can change, but right now it's gonna be American. And then in the future I could add like a toggle for like depending on where they're at. You can do that, but for now it's just gonna be an American market. I'll read the proposal builder and understand the current state. I need to include, okay, let me make changes. Excellent, excellent. Let me just update the project. Start calculating. I'm creating a custom GPT for a clown to automate jokes for his stand-up comedy sessions. It's ridiculous. All right. Custom GPT for jokes. This is, I'm an expert at this, and he's a startup. What should I charge? Oh my goodness. Let's see what it says. And I got it. Why is my mouse not working all of a sudden? How dare you? Where's my mouse? My Logi Bluetooth settings. There we go. Let me get that error. Okay. Oh my gosh, they want me to the headliner. Analyzing past material, pricing strategy. Yes, mate, you're ignoring the creative calibration phase. It says some people want to watch streams after the live ends on 3x because the world is speeding up in this day and age. We are 5 days away from 2026. Oh no. No, hold on. We're like 7 days away. Chill, Troy. I got some extra days. You're freaking me out, bro. But yeah. Watch it in 3x. Go ahead, do that. I needed to just like give a summary of what I covered. But hey, I'm just building in public around here. All right. So it gave me these, let's see. Kayla Love Music +3 at gmail.com. And now let's build my proposal. And depending if it says back to results. See, it's not saving. When the user clicks back to results, I want them to be able to see the results page. I'm still currently having the issue where once a user clicks away, they're not able to go back and see the report that was generated. I'm figuring out a couple things here. One of the things that I'm trying to figure out is how to make this formatted so that it actually has the comma and the it has the comma and it has the currency type. Troy's asking me again, can you talk something about your city? I did say a little something about my city. Oh, is that why you retracted the message? An internal error? How dare you? Unknown. Refresh. Get it together. Yeah, I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. It's very expensive to live here. It's very tech forward. You see AI billboards everywhere. And a lot of those billboards are specifically for AI agents. And even though Silicon Valley, Palo Alto, Stanford is right there in the backyard, a lot of that opportunity doesn't cross the bridge. And so I'm trying to create more opportunities for people in the Bay Area to learn AI, to incorporate AI, to reap the benefits of AI. And that's what I'm here to do. So that's me, Kayla Love, the AI homegirl. And I am building this pricing calculator app. But I'm not just building an app, I'm building a business. And in order to have a business, you have to have well, actually, Alex Hormozy, he had defined it like this way. You have to have 3 things. People with a problem, a solution to that problem, and like an ability for them to like exchange payment, for you to collect payment and for them to get the thing. Something to sell. Oh no, it was something to sell, people to buy it, and then a facilitation for like exchanging money and services. So that's what I've built here. The thing that I'm selling is going to be this upsell of like this report. People to buy it. I've come up with a really strong lead magnet to attract my buyers. And then the facilitation of the payment is like where HighLevel comes in. Now I know you can just like put in a Stripe key and call it a day, and we're gonna get there. But give me a minute. Troy said, wow, that's awesome. Yay. I'm excited. All right, this internal error occurred and I don't know. So it didn't cost any credits. So that's good. Can you please update me on the status of ensuring that the user is able to retrieve their report after they click away from it, as well as continue to build out a proposal? So have a proposal saving feature. And I'm going to put that in chat mode because I want to know the status. Explain your reasoning. Show your math, your logic. And that's what chat mode is for. Also, damn, I've been going for 2.5 hours. I might take a break. But then part of me is like, do I need a break or do I just need some food? Okay, let me see. Charge this, currency United States, currency locale. Is it trying to format currency? Charge this. Do I need to create a number formatter or do I need to create a text formatter? Does it give me the ability to create a custom rule? I can do uppercase, lowercase, capitalize, default, trim. Oh, shortens the text, trims the white space, replaces the text. Find, removes, extracts email, extracts the URL. That's not the right. We were better off with number formatter. And it's gonna be to format currency. It's gonna be for, you can also eat with us by chilling with music. I know, but I have to get food first, Troy. What are you eating today? Currency, United States. And then let's just try and see what happens. United States, save action. Format currency, and then we would update the custom field. It would be the custom contact. It would be update contact field. And then the contact field would be the charge this field. And now we'd want to map it from the number formatter. You can also eat. Now I want to check this workflow. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to my contacts, which should be now populated with all of my test accounts. There we go. So there I have my new user one. Let's go identify the project details. No, results field. Additional info. There it is. Charge this is $2,800. And we want it to actually show up as number sign. Well, it's a number field. Can a number field? Processing raw data. I don't think a number field is going to be able to capture the money sign and the comma. Ugh, this is kind of like where it gets to be. So the charge this. I might just not forget that comma. Unless I can really create a custom rule. The formatting a number. Well, you know what? Let me just try it. So let me take this KaylaLoveMusic3@gmail.com. Let me go back and test this workflow and select my there I am. And now I'm going to run the test. And is it going to remove? This is 103. So let's see. 103. Create contact. It skipped that. So it's saying it formatted the currency. Let's go see if it actually formatted the currency. Charge this. No, it didn't. This is doing too much. Yeah. There's no comma. And that's just gonna have to, it's just gonna be no comma. Like, I don't know what to say. I could fix that later, but it's not gonna stop us from making money. So let's just focus on the positives. Honestly, I think I'm probably about to go get some Taco Bell or something, y'all. Because it's already 1 in the afternoon. And I have been streaming now for 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is like tight. Good for me. I started getting away from my MVP. So not good for me. I'm just going to delete this action. It's just doing too much. And then I'm going to delete the update contact field. What things do you enjoy the most? Asked Troy. I guess, like, I don't know. I really like what I'm doing right now. I get to, like, talk to people. I get to build stuff. I get to be creative. I get to just, like, listen to music, chill, eat, create stuff that I think is, like, making a good impact. I'd like to think. All right, let me see. But I like to rap. I like to sing. I like to be with my friends. I like to give thoughtful gifts and handwritten cards. I like, I don't know, making people comfortable. I think I do like a lot of things. I don't know. Let me check the results page. Let me check the database. Report retrieval. So database schema. RLS policy for retrieving by email. The feature to back to results navigation. Back to results link. Uses a simple link which does not paste the state. It causes the results page to redirect to calculator because it has no data. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. There's no proposal saving. What needs to be done? A back to results navigation, which in theory we have, but it's not functional, obviously. But it at least knows why it's not functional and reverts back to the calculator page. Add proposal saving feature. Add RLS policies. This is where we start to see security warnings when it comes to the RLS policies. So anyone can create proposals. Okay. Save draft. Extend my projects. Let's just implement this plan and see what's going on. I will like actually go out and get my food versus door dashing it. It'd be cool if I can actually just take y'all with me. If I'm like on YouTube, if I'm signed in, would it allow me to do that? To like pick up my live stream where it left off? Let me see if I could actually do that. That would be insane. That'd be pretty cool, right? But I have to switch account to, and it's like my other account isn't in here. Why is it not in here? Manage accounts. Manage accounts. Hello. Okay, so yeah, it's gonna ask me to modify the database. Whoop-de-whoop. And now I want to see if I can there we go. The AI Hunger. Oh my gosh, I got like another subscriber. Thank you. And it shows that it doesn't show that I'm live right now. It just shows my history, which of course is like a bunch of AI streams. Turn on notifications, allow notifications. All right, yes, I want to modify my database. Let's get the food. What should I get, Troy? I don't know. Taco Bell is like a weakness, kind of, because it's like really close by. So it's super easy. And obviously I don't want to DoorDash Taco Bell. It's disrespectful. I wonder if it would allow me to go. But, anyways, okay. We're making some progress here. Fix back to results in the proposal builder. Pass complete state from results to proposal builder. Add save draft functionality. I need to go look at my stream settings. What did I even put for this stream? I said I'm showing the behind the scenes of my new pricing calculator app, ChargeWell.app. Today I need to connect the business infrastructure by integrating my Lovable project with my HighLevel CRM. So I did actually technically do that. I also have a side app I built for brand voice creation that I'll be attempting to use to create the email sequences, wish me luck. Oh, okay. That was the other thing that I was supposed to accomplish. And then I kind of got a little bit off track. But I've done some good things, guys. Don't hate me. I've been doing this for 2 hours and 45 minutes. and I'm changing the code. So if I look back at like what I really want to accomplish here, I have the free price quote report so I have my free product. I have my email collection mechanism in place. I'm working on the upsell. I know what the upsell is. I am testing it thoroughly before adding the paywall. So the pricing structure is going to be $5 for a one-time PDF download or $14 for unlimited. And so you can do, I just feel like there's a lot of people that want to get away from the SaaS, traditional SaaS model of like a monthly membership. People are getting caught like and tired of subscriptions. But if I'm providing enough value, I think they're going to come back. And if not, $5 is not bad, especially if they close the client. Like $5 is a minimal price, $14 a month minimal for $100 to $1,000 deals that they'll be closing. And so when you can actually help people make money, then you can charge more, because then they actually have the money to pay for your services. All right, tiered pricing based on features after that. That's like in the future. I'm not worried about that right now. I want to get at least 10 people on at $14 a month, or like 50 people buying this $5 like report before worrying about the extra stuff. And then I said I wanted to change the landing page. It's fine for right now. I want to show a sample report that's going to be important for showing my basically a demo. The welcome and initial report, basically I do have this email set up, but I need to polish it a little bit, and then I want to come up with my nurture emails, which I'm gonna do after lunch, y'all. But for now, I want to like make sure this damn like saving mechanism is here. What is life in your definition? Asked Troy. I don't know. Life is what you make it. It's like, what is life? You want to get all philosophical on me? Philosophical on me right now, Troy? I haven't even ate yet. I don't know. It's just life. Fulfilling a purpose. We all have one. Still trying to figure out mine. All right, here's the implementation that's complete. It's created a proposals table with RLS policies for saving and retrieving proposal drafts. And it's before I try, it's trying to like get me in and drain my credits, and I'm like, nope, I am going to test this out once again, end to end, and see what's going on. I'm gonna do this from a different I'm gonna do this from like a whole different account. Here, I'll show you my desktop so you can see. Okay, ChargeWell.app. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can do this from like basically not an incognito mode, but window. This is just a window for a different Google account. And let me figure out what I want to create. I'm creating a high-level workflow that has 3 nurture email sequences programmed. I don't know why this transcription has been getting kind of shittier, but nurture email sequence. It's not a automation. 1 to 5 hours, intermediate, small business, no location. Let's see if we can get this to generate. And then I got to figure out what the heck, why the quality of the parsing is like degraded. And part of that is because I built that parsing agent in Lovable versus like in N8N. If that doesn't make sense right now, it'll make sense in a little bit. Hold on, let's go back to the desktop. All right, so for this nurture email sequence automation, I mean, this is kind of like a lot. Let's look at the stack. The strategic workflow mapping, the technical implementation, the deliverability audit. That's where most of the money would come in. Mobile responsiveness template, quality assurance testing. Yeah, so actually, if you're including all of that, then I can see why it's at an $1,800 price point. Now, unlock the full report. NFTs for music, unlock. Perfect. Then it can build my proposal. And what we want to test here, well, one, I don't know if you noticed, but it came all the way down here, and we want it to start at the top. I'll have to fix that later. It's not the end of the world. It's like an MVP2 fix, but back to results. That's what I wanted to see. Back to results. Now, we want this to automatically have like show their email. We already got their email, so we don't want this to show up anymore. We want to change this banner to like get them to get the upsell, because we already got their email. So that's one thing I'm going to change. I want to test this, the proposal that it goes. And then we need to change the start calculating, because again, we want to guide the customer journey. We don't want to take them backwards. So everything on this page should be geared towards moving them forward in our customer pipeline and securing the bag. So let's see if I actually am able to upload a logo and then change, and like if it's actually gonna save my stuff. Save draft. Please enter your email to save this proposal. See, that's a problem. You can retrieve it anytime from my projects. But where is my projects? Back to calculator. See, this is kind of pissing me off now, because it's showing that Lovable didn't actually do like the authentication right for like allowing people to retrieve their projects. And it was supposed to automatically map. And so I'm going to say, once a user unlocks the full report with their email, do not show the email field at the bottom. Instead, the call to action would be to turn this report into a proposal and ensure that their email is stored in the back end and automatically mapped in the proposal when they go to the proposer builder page. Okay. That's the first thing we want to do. Troy said, what Mac do you use? Let me take a look. This is like, I think what it's an M1 or is it an M2? It's one of those ones. It's got some features. Shout out to my boy Cassius Couvet. He actually got this computer for me like a couple years ago. I was my like last laptop, it was breaking down and I just didn't have the money at the time, but he just believed in me so much that he actually ended up buying me this computer because I needed like really like good processing power to be able to do what I'm doing now. Like I'd be running multiple softwares, like multiple windows. I got a Stream Deck set up. I'm live streaming. So yeah, it has like more memory than your out the box Mac. Like, you know that you cannot buy those Macs in the store. You have to custom order and then have them sent to the store. Or I had it sent to my friends in Portland because they don't have sales tax. So I saved like $600-700 by having it shipped there because of the tax codes. I know. Oh my goodness, I'm about to be on like 3 hours. I have the M4 Pro. Dang, Troy. Okay, the M4. Go ahead. I only use it for editing. Is there more stuff I should be doing? I mean, it depends on your goals, Troy. Probably. I'm like, did you get that for gaming? I know you got to have a strong computer and like graphics card for gaming. So maybe that's what the whole purpose of you doing gaming was to start you off with, to get you on that M4. All right, let me see. The bottom shows the create proposal CTA instead of the email form. Okay, actually, let me start from the side. I'll update the flow so unlocked users see a turn into proposal CTA instead of the email form, and their email is stored and auto mapped. Let me first check the results page implementation. Let me see the rest of the results page. Okay, and let's see. In the header of the proposal builder, instead of the button showing start calculating, I want it to show their email indicating that they have an account where they can review any of proposals that they've created under it. Let's just see how that works. I know that there's like a problem because we don't actually have them having a password. And maybe I just need to bite the bullet. It's just like, I will just go to the lengths to ensure that the experience is as easy to use as for the users, because in 2026, when everybody can create personalized software and vibe code apps, there's going to be a lot of trash. I know this space. Let me just talk to y'all real quick. Okay. I know this space really well because I have been a musician, an independent artist, a rapper. And just like there's 100,000 Lovable projects that get uploaded to Lovable every day, on Spotify, it's about the same statistic, 100,000 songs that get uploaded every day. And most of them are trash, have 0 listeners, are not generating any revenue. And so I've had to learn and spend 10 years to develop a formula on how to stand out against the crowd and how to actually make money with a product that nobody technically needs. Nobody needs music, right? But because I've been able to figure that out, everything else, like this type of quote system, is just way more valuable because I can actually justify it as a need versus like what I've had to do with music. And so I say all that to say, when everybody has the ability to create personalized software and we have this flood of all these projects, the cream of the crop is going to rise and people are going to win that have the simplest, easiest to use, most beautiful customer experience. So that's why I'm taking all the time to really be intentional about that process with this app, because I want this app to set the standard for how micro SaaS apps should behave and how they should be for the end user. All right, I'm done now. Troy said, my parents gifted it after seeing my grades. Okay, you are so smart. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so it says it now shows the user's email with the user icon. Okay, cool. Let's test it out one more time. I'm gonna go to like one of my accounts. Let's go back to NFTs for music. Okay, and then I'm gonna just do ChargeWell.app. And let me share my desktop so you can see. I'm gonna start calculating. I'm creating a pack of 20 branded Canva templates for a beauty salon. Quick, tell me about your project. Branded Canva templates. It's supposed to put that into sentence caps. See, it takes a minute, but it does it. I got to figure out what's up with that lag. How long it'll take. Let's say 1 to 5 hours. Let's say that I'm a beginner. Let's say it's for a small business. And then I skip that. Helping you charge well. Calculating, and then it's going through. I changed this today, finally. And the most important thing is that I'm getting consistent results every time, because I tried to do a live demo of this app twice. I did this twice on 2 different live streams and it failed. So now I know at least I'm going to get a result. And it's going to be beautiful, even though it might take a couple minutes, but that's okay. I think that I got the processing time down to like 45 seconds or less. Here we go. Here's what you should charge, $750. Okay. The starter pack, $400. Premium, $1,500. Turnkey solution. Your stack. Canva branded kit setup. Organizing their logos. See? And that's kind of like a bit, I don't know. I feel like it's not that much. Pricing strategy. It takes for underestimating the time it'll take. You're spending 3 to 15 minutes per design. That's not design, that's rushing. A salon needs these templates to look professional, match their interior aesthetic, and convert viewers into appointments. The value provided isn't just files, it's a month of marketing content ready to go, saving the owner 10+ hours of frustration staring at a blank screen. At $750, you're charging roughly $37.50 per template. It's a very standard freelance rate for bulk asset creation in the US market. If you charge less than the floor, you're competing with generic $5 Etsy packs that don't match their brand. Okay. The range price includes setting them up with a system to actually schedule and post these. So I like that it actually gives you this range price, this $1,500, because it would have like the high level. So it's like basically this is helping people to sell high level, which is huge. How to present this, what to watch out for. Oh, it gave me a little like hit him with the 1-2. and scope creep clauses. That's an interesting update. If they ask for one more flyer for an event that's billed separately, ensure that you define the deliverables clearly. Are these Instagram stories, feed posts, or print flyers? Yes, ambiguity is expensive. Oh, I need to make that a header. All right. So, oh, you know what? Did I enter my email for this? Did I enter my email? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Can somebody tell me? I don't see a notification. So I could say create proposal. I didn't, because it would show here. So that's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. All right, close it down. So I just tested out the most recently published version in a incognito window, and it did not have the lock that it had before in the accordion menus to capture the email and unlock. So that's the first thing I need to ensure, that that feature persists. Now I'm realizing kind of late that I actually also need to have a knowledge base for this project. So if I go under price with confidence and I go to settings, you see how it says knowledge here? You want to set up project specific rules or best practices, the coding style preferences, and the external documentation or style guidelines. So I need to actually create the knowledge base for this project so that it will guide. That's actually important for credit optimization and to like sticking to the scope. So after this, I'm going to actually just ask Lovable to give me a comprehensive knowledge document. That's going to cost me 1 credit, but it'll be worth it. I'll earn that credit back, no problem. Okay. The feature exists in the code. You're not seeing it in the published version. You need to click upload, update. Yes, I clicked it. So now you're freaking lying to me? How dare you? I can see the lock feature properly implemented in the code. It's being used. Looking at it is unlocked in an incognito window. Okay, so maybe it did that because I technically wasn't in an incognito window. Now that I admit I was in a different window. So let me just show you. I'm on my desktop again. All right, so you're already seeing this here. Let's go to ChargeWell.app, and then this is like one of my other fake accounts, and I'm gonna start calculating. I am creating a meal tracking app for a fitness coach to use with their personal training clients. Okay, let's analyze that. Mobile app development. Interesting. Okay. I just need to make sure. So there's like the original inquiry that I just said, and it boiled it down to mobile app development. But I want to see if it actually is gonna, if it sends my entire query to the agent. I can't remember if it does. Well, we're about to find out. We're gonna find out if it does. I can't believe I've been live for 3 hours and 3 minutes. Are you proud of me? It doesn't matter because I'm proud of myself. Okay, here's what you should charge. $2,800 for that. But is it pulling in the fact that it's for fitness? Oh yeah, it is. Core meal tracking interface. Okay, so we have signal that it did not just process for mobile app development. It processed for this PWA web app. Okay, this is what we wanted to see, the full report. And I have this fake account. Unlock. And what we want to do is see that it has create proposal up here. It has create proposal down here. Yep, it mapped the email. That's what we wanted. All right, let's see if we can make some changes, and so that we can verify if the changes are going to persist, if we can make sure that they save. And now it shows the email up here. Retrieve your projects. Retrieve. Okay, here we go. Retrieve my projects. Mobile, saved proposal, mobile app development. And then they can edit it. Mobile app development. So now I have to figure out the place that I want them to make a password. It seems like it's inevitable. Because this is where my dilemma is. If I don't have them make a password and they can't persistently go back and see their projects, then they're probably just going to regenerate them, which is not efficient. And then they might get frustrated because every report is going to be slightly different. It's going to cost a bunch of tokens. It's going to execute a bunch of webhooks. But I need them. But I don't want to like basically have them make an account just to get their full report. So maybe it's like they make an account when they purchase. So let me go back. I want to add the paywall in here. The pricing strategy is that each downloadable PDF report for a project will cost $5 a la carte, or they can do unlimited generations for $9 a month, or unlimited PDFs. I'm getting really hungry and I feel like I'm not being as efficient. So I think that I'm probably going to head off, Troy. There's my Stripe restricted. Yeah, because it's like asking me, like basically I'm getting into like a whole different scope of work where I'm entering the paywall, and technically I wasn't going to do that. So Troy, don't be mad at me. Talk about fine. I was here for 3 hours. We spent an hour and a half yesterday, and now we spent 3 hours today, or like another. You came here probably like an hour and a half in. We've been spending time together. We're about to be best friends, Troy. So don't worry. You're gonna see me again. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go get some food, and I'll probably be back in like an hour. Maybe I'll work on this project some more today. Maybe I won't because I'm kind of burnt out. But I'm going to be productive. I'm going to create something. And I'm going to see you later.